The Holy Spirit recently instructed me to set aside a room in our house as a prayer room, and He said that it is an altar, a family altar to the Lord. When He did that, I was reminded of a family that I met when I was in India a few years ago. A pastor and a wife who was also a pastor, and a son and a daughter, I think ages around 13 and 9. And they had set aside a prayer room in their house. And I didn't know it, but I was awakened early in the morning at around 4:30 a.m. when there was scurrying sound around the house, and they all ended up in this one room praying quite loudly at 5 a.m. And so later on that morning at breakfast time, I asked them about it, and they told me that God had told them to put a room in their house that was a specific prayer room. And they had told me that their first 6 months that they had been in this city, they had had unsuccessful ministry. And then the Lord told them to pray every day at 5 a.m., very specifically for 1 hour every day, 7 days a week as a family. And so they started doing that. And it's very interesting because when they were late a few times, they couldn't feel the presence of the Lord in the room. But when they were on time, the presence of the Lord was there, and prayer was free flowing. Now, God is not a legalistic God, but God is a God who gives specific directions. And God is a God who honors our obedience. And so they became very careful to be there, not at 5, but at 4:59, because that was God's direction to them. And so I joined them a couple of mornings later on in that prayer time. And I'm telling you what, right at 5 a.m., boom, the presence of the Lord came into that room in a powerful way. And it was a very effective time of prayer.